Oh, morning, 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 morning. Woo! I gotta talk about last night. Last night was interesting. Last night was interesting. I gotta talk to y'all about last night. Last night was crazy. I saw this one chick. She got knots on her chest at the pineapple show. I'm gonna talk bad about her this Thursday. And what I saw, observation was. We're gonna talk about that on Thursday Thrills. What's going on, Leonard? Man, that bitch was crazy. Even though I mean I don't go against single moms and everything, but she wasn't even that black. She looked like she was Latin. And then after the show, I saw Instagram. I say, you niggas want a little bitty ass cheeks? I mean, they desperate, man. But that just showed you. And the kid is ugly. I'm just gonna say it right now. That kid look like a white kid. Like I don't know, she fuck with a white dude. And the way it looks like the mom, but the dad and then just passed her around like a whore. What's going on, degenerate? Just passed her around like a whore, man. It was a hoe, man. That woman was a straight up hoe. And what I saw was, it's the same thing I've always seen all the time, but you got niggas thirsting after that. And then I saw she reject every nigga. She reject every nigga. She just cut. On the chat, yeah. But then just rejecting her. You know, she reject every nigga, and every nigga thought they thought they had some. They thought they was gonna. And one, she said, this is one nigga, right? I should have screenshot it. He said, I don't do single moms. He sound like a manspit nigga, right? And as soon as she heard that, she's a pineapple, and she got so mad. And I'm telling you, man, that bitch is crazy. I gotta talk bad about her because why are you promoting the Latin chick? Now that's an L on Melly. I mean, she took the W on the niggas, but she took an L on that. That chick right there, that's not gonna get you. Melly's fine with the mother hoes, like that's black or whatever, white or the thickest. She's fine with that, but you get someone that's out of the country that these SYSBM bitch ass niggas like, that's a red flag because your channel won't grow that way. I know she gets 1,000 views like that. If I was her, man, you know, if you want to be the next Karen, so you got to cut them niggas off. You can't have the same regular niggas, man. She needs a new palette of niggas. If I was Melly, man, if I told her, like, look, you want to finesse these niggas, get the ones that they really like. But don't get that one again, because that one, she already been tainted. But even though, will she find a man? She probably will, she probably not. She's just going to be a pass-around. Because most of them, that ilk is a pass-around. They going to end up on Twitter sharing the same dick like they do Instagram. They do it all the time, man. Like, I seen them type of hoes all the time through the timeline. And she tells on herself, like, and how old was she? 23? She says she's 23, and the other guy's like 25 and around my age, like in the 30s. Most 30 years old, she liked them, but she didn't like the ones around her age. And that shows you right there, like what Corey Holcomb said the other night. He got thought sauce. He said both genders is not together. And they're not together because shit like this. And I understand Melly's trolling niggas, but she's going to use that platform to get that money. I mean, hey, you can't hate. I mean, at this point, I'm just falling back. I said, look, I just laugh at the niggas go up in there. And like I said, they don't watch the show. I don't mind watching the show. I use it for educational purposes. If I see that show and I see a nigga from any so-called manosphere, all these weirdo niggas, you know it's over. You know it's over. Because I'm going to talk about you. I got to talk about you niggas because y'all say one thing at the LBM Coliseum, but if I see you over there, I'm clowning you, man. I'm clowning you, man. You cannot go up on her shit. She want you to cam up. You can't hide behind the screen. See, I don't mind camming up, but I ain't gonna do that damn show. I ain't got time. She's thirsty too. But you got too many hoes wanna sprinkle around, man. But one thing I gotta say is, why bother? Why bother talk about this hoe? Well, I gotta talk about it Thursday. What I saw, she's okay in the face, but nobody's hitting that. And she's at the age that everybody's in. When you're in your early 20s, you're gonna struggle a little bit. Well, I mean, the men struggle most, but they find their way. Some of them have it, some of them have it, or they don't. But her in particular had knots on her chest. Like he said, thoughts of Leonard's a fool. Money pox on her chest. Yeah, she's a mess, bro. Like, that's one of them dudes be fucking overseas and wants to get tricked on And then they little buddies, they gang buddies, gut these dudes out. But that's a whole other thing. But we ain't gonna get into that. Heard them stories, but I heard them stories before you other niggas talk about. I was listening to a guy named Black Pride. He used to travel a lot. He used to be in the Navy years ago and then became a state trooper. He was on YouTube years ago, and he saw what he saw. What happened to those people who disappeared. And he was talking about in Mexico. So Black Pride was the best, man. He was the best one I've listened to in 2012. That was 10 years ago. I'm referencing what he was saying right now. Niggas haven't changed. They ain't about that. Too many coons on the internet. Like, we see this a lot, bro. Like, that's the fun part about her show. You observe and you learn from it. You don't just dare enjoy it. You just learn some of the shit what these niggas be saying, and you hear the conversations. But the thing about Melly, though, she's the thirsty one, but tricking you niggas to getting some pussy like that. But that's just how you niggas get down. But that's what it is. So y'all go over at the LBM Coliseum, claim you hate women, but you really don't. Y'all just want some pussy. And then he got y'all. Because y'all gonna be screaming and yelling at the Coliseum. I don't want to hear y'all crying over there. Because Ramil said he ain't gonna do no Coliseum talk no more. Because you take their voices away, it's a wrap. So, and that's how it is. And someone yelling. Done left something. Her name Leg or something. But we're gonna ignore that idiot. But my idiot neighbor ain't gonna say it's fucking illegal. Everybody say you're racist. I don't care about them people like that, but it is what it is. And that's how I look at it. Like, And last night it was just wild. But that just shows you, man. She act like she got something. I'm like, bitch, you ain't all that. You ain't sucking dick all day long. You ain't fucking 30 dick. I'm like, what is the problem? You 23, you got a kid. Ain't nobody want to raise your ugly ass kid. I'm telling you, she's a pass around hoe. It's her voice. And then she says she does fitness. She can't even lift up a one fucking bar like that with her legs. She's out there like, what kind of weak ass exercise you do? Sexual exercises? Get out of here. A fraud. But she's over there whoring around being passed around. But that's the whole point of these hoes, man. Like, Melly gets hoes. Let's just keep it real. She gets thoughts. She gets thoughts. That's all she's promoting. And if y'all don't understand about the Pineapple Show, that's what she was trying to push. And she did. They're Instagram thoughts. They Instagram hoes. And no one cares for her. I don't care for them as much, but I understand they want that money, and you feed them, they're gonna prowl onto it. And them niggas, you feed the niggas, they love hoes but don't want to admit it, and they took over. They laughing at you dudes. And we call them women. No, those are females. We call them females over here. We don't call them women. Women you have to earn that as a woman. You have to respect yourself before the man cherish you. Not just a trophy wife. I don't get into that. I'll explain why I don't believe that concept. Like, most women should be cherished always, but the thing is, they gotta respect the man. As a man, respect you, and you got to respect. Here's the secret: what men don't tell you. You got to respect you first before you meet them, because if they respect you and they down with you, it's going to last. It's just going to be what it is. But sometimes there's going to be disagreements with the others, the opposite sex, and that happens. That's normal. You just got to withstand your ground as a man. Y'all going to see things different, but if you work through it, you'll be all right. But most times, most people care about their sexual egos. That goes on both genders. And, it is what it is. Salute. And what I saw from that hoe, man, like, she was a hoe, bro. Like, she's a typical outside hoe from other cities, even though she's from Arizona, those places, but she looked like one of those people from South America that have been passed around. And that white boy done busted a nut in there and gave her that weak ass ugly baby. I seen her little weak ass Instagram. It was weak. Ain't nobody hitting that. And do I feel sorry for the hoe? No, I don't. She's not even black. She's like one of the brown people. I don't like to use the term Hispanic. They don't like to be called that. A lot of people say they love to be called. No, they don't. Because Spanish people chin-checked them years ago. Because Because when I call people Hispanic, I think of Spain. I don't think of them. No. The reason we call them that, because we ignorant. We don't know Spanish people. Spanish people are racist. They hate their own. Like, a lot of people try to say they're not the same as the French people. That's bullshit. We talking about the white Spanish that do not like their own counterpart in the Americas. They just don't. I'm sorry. It's the way it is. Since we whooped their ass and the British took over, and, Mexico looks like a dump to everybody else. Who wants to live in that shit? Now, I know a lot of people love Cancun. I respect Cancun and them vacation spots. The rest of it is just trash. In the northern part of Mexico, where the cartels ain't, it's garbage, man. Ain't nothing in Mexico. I would never visit that shithole. Never. It's a shithole. Shouts out to Black Pride for saying it, but he says it's a shithole. He's been there like multiple times, and he's right next door. He lived in Tijuana. How he got his name from Al Capone and all that. So he broke down the history with that. And I used to watch Black Pride years ago, but it's spelled with a Y, not with an I. Because I don't know if he's still on YouTube. I used to watch him religiously. He broke down how sorry those people are. We big them up, and we're so ignorant. Niggas in the South and the rest of the world think they cool. No, they're not. They just like everybody else. They're full of shit. Now, the women's sexy as hell. Some of them are. They have a nice, some of them are decent. I met some decent ones. I met some ones that ain't shit. That's from the West Coast. It's just what it is. I'm neutral with them. To be fair, I'm neutral with Mexicans. I don't care for them as much. To me, they're kind of overrated. It's nothing wrong with Puerto Ricans. A lot of people think they're overrated. They okay. I take them over them any day. People-wise in conversation, then sexual shit, that's it. That's just interest. You know what I'm saying? Interest goes away quick. But the other brown people, they okay. I'm interested in talking to them, and I asked some questions like, what's their culture? What do they think of Spain? I asked them historical shit. I give them a conversation. I met this one cat that was Mexican, but he's from LA, but his name was Raul, but he told me about my home state being racist in the middle part. Now, I asked him, why is Murfreesboro racist? I said, are you kidding me? I thought Murfreesboro wasn't. But he explained, he broke down why they was riding. They was fucking with him psychologically. They was fucking with him. He was out of his place. They're territorial like that, especially in the middle. I'm gonna tell you about my Tennessee stories in the future when I do vlog streams. Niggas are scared to tell their own states what they used to do to other people's, and they're so territorial. They have a hard time. He had a hard time staying up there for 7 months. And he had to get out. I didn't blame him, and I understand why. And they was fucking with him. It was niggas fucking with him. It was his white folks was fucking, but his own people that was there before him a little bit. They've been entrenched and taught him how to go against him. What his type is ill, but it is what it is. It's a cultural thing. Some of it's racial. He struggled a little bit. That's why he came to Atlanta for a couple of years, and then I saw him as a salesperson, and I was a barista at the time. We was cool. He always wanted a latte a lot, but but when he told me that off the break room, I said, well, wow. And I told him where I was originally from is I'm not ashamed of it. Yeah, it can be racist, but I told him you have to live there 5 or 10 years, people will fuck with you. It takes time, man. Like, that state itself is very territorial. Now, South Carolina, to say his is too, but ours is way territorial historically. But all southern states have it, but not like Tennessee. Tennessee still got that old roots, Democratic, conservative, Ku Klux Klan roots all day through and through. That's the only state that has a lot of pride and a lot of arrogance in them to this day, and they still do. Georgia has a little bit. Georgia's just, to me, they on the other side. They with the rainbow community, okay? That's why I know about Georgia. I've been living in Georgia for decades, and I'm telling you, it's more rainbow than it is. They try to say it's Atlanta. No, it's Georgia. I figured that out. And most of the same community hate each other. I told you about Midtown in Atlanta. Y'all don't know nothing about Midtown. They kill each other like niggas, man. This state is divided, too. They try to say they ain't, but it's divided in groups. I mean, people speak cordial in business, but outside of it, everybody don't stick together like that. No, it's more like if you live in the East Coast, up Northeast and the Southeast, that's what Georgia is. Georgia's basically like the East Coast of America. It's just, it ain't even considered South. It lost that. I was talking to this one dude years ago when I was on Mogul Space in the chat room. I told him I was from Atlanta. He said, Atlanta? He said, Atlanta ain't South. It's a Texan. He was mad. I said, why it ain't South? And then I was in the East Coast room. They had a chat room called the East Coast. By default, they view me as East Coast. They don't view me as a Southern living there. Now, mind you, I'm going to tell you a secret. Mind you, I'm from Tennessee originally. I am from the Mid-South. But further south, yeah, Georgia is further south in y'all standards, yes. But technically, it's considered East Coast to certain Southern people. And I'll tell you why. Timelines. Time zones, timelines. I mean, not timeline. Time zones. Because Georgia's got the Eastern time. I think people forget Atlanta's on that East Coast time. So the time we got now is 9:42. Wherever you at is 8:42 Central. And then Mountain, you got 7:42. And then you got 6:42 on the West Coast. So you're listening to me. If you're on the West Coast, you're 6:42 right now. See, it's 9:42 right now. It's about to be 7 or where you at. We get more daylight because in daylight savings we get more daylight. And the standard, we get a little daylight, a little dark early, and then we get bright shots. So Georgia gets a lot of daylight. If they stop the daylight savings thing, just keep the clocks forward. We're not growing up in farming. Here's the secret. It's going to be like this for the rest of the time. I think it'll start next year. It ain't going to start this year. It'll start next year. And they're going to keep it that way in 2024. They're trying to speed up the process, what we're seeing now. But what I saw last night was telling. Let me tell you something. The whole, to be honest with you, took the W on these niggas. They didn't challenge her. And she was young. Now, did Melly took an L on that? Yeah, the whole part. But the other part, she took a W. She exposed these niggas. And then she gave what the hoe wanted. And the hoe was a hoe. I ain't mad, though. I'm just saying, like, what I saw from her, she was too young. And it was obvious. And she looked for attention. She wanted some dick. I'm just going to say it right now. When I saw that show, she wanted some dick the whole time. She did not want no relationship. She said it straight. She was straightforward, too. See, single moms, you got to understand, they're straightforward. She just wanted the dick. She didn't want nobody to raise her kid. She wants someone to pipe it every night. So it's kind of like she wants to be a pass around. And she has to pass around vibes, too. And I can tell at her age, when you're 23, you're a pass around. I see it as content creators that have bigger numbers than me and their wives as pass-arounds, but we ain't gonna get into that because it's a lot on here like that. I don't say nothing. I don't judge people based off that, but that's what you do. I don't do that shit. But I just can't help what I observe, man. Like, this shit is wild. But that pandemic, let me tell you something about 2 years ago. When I saw that 2 years ago, when I came back and started doing content last year, it was so much of that in 2020. I couldn't tell y'all last year. It's just ridiculous, bro. Like, I don't co-sign that shit, but I understand why they do it. They don't like their spouse. That's why people had these weird, retarded conversations about relationships 2 years ago and last year. And this year, they still don't. They have problems sexually. On both sides have problems. This is why Corey Holcomb said what he said with the Big Boy interview. And then he interviewed him and he said, they ain't coming back together. He said, fuck it. I'm still married, but I have problems too. That lets you know marriage takes work. It takes work. And not only what I saw last night, she didn't get along with her so-called baby daddy or whatever it is. She said he's non-existent. Now he just pumped and dumped her. And then she's looking for dick on Melly's shit. If I was her age, I wouldn't do that. But she did it. She's a woman. You know, they different because they're not the same as us men. See, men, we go out there, we do it too, but not like the ones got some sense. But the ones that don't got some sense, those are males. They go out there and do the damn thing. She's looking for dick. You can tell by her attitude. She says, yeah, I work out. But she wanted some dick. That's all. Well, if you really talk to her and some guy from Germany opened her up, she wants some dick. She don't want him. I mean, she'll talk to him, but then is he going to give her the dick? That's all that matters to them. That's like that on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere else. And YouTube. They want some dick. Most of them. Now, do most dudes want pussy? Absolutely. I'll say a good chunk of 95% of these hoe ass niggas in the so-called manosphere, any other spheres or any other weak ass communities, they all want some pussy. I'm sorry to say it. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. All of them want it. Big to small. They want it. And I see it on Twitter. The same niggas I see, they have semi big accounts and they go to Twitter and Instagram and lie about themselves. They want that pussy. That's just period. They want it because when y'all have these relationship conversations and y'all talk about sex a lot, you know what's going to happen? You're talking about pussy. Y'all want it that bad. You're desperate. You ain't been fucking since ages. A lot of these dudes, they're broken, man. See, I've been out of a relationship for decades and I don't even care about this shit anymore. Like, that shit died with me in my 20s. In In my 20s, it meant something, but now it don't really mean nothing. I get a couple looks there and there, but I don't really give a fuck if they ain't looking my way. I'm just doing my own shit and just moving forward. See, these hoes on the internet, they're fake. They've been fake since day one. They've been fake since 10 years ago when I've been on this second channel and prior channel that I used to have. They've been like this way beyond. And I try to tell Kuda, that shit's dead, bro. Like, the shit he's doing, I salute him for his content, music and all that. That's great. But that game shit, man, that's a bygone age, bro. Like, that's like, you know how people want to game bang when they my age and above? Like, don't do that. That's a bygone age. It's like the mafia. It's a bygone age. That shit died since you was when he's in your early youth. That shit's dead, bro. These young monsters out here laying niggas down like gorillas out here, like animals out here, just like an animal king, just ripping each other apart, you know. But that drill music is doing damage. I mean, they love the excitement of it, but the artists they love, it amplifies them. You got niggas listening to the Baby. I mentioned him and his little catchy songs, and they love that shit. These kids love that shit. You can't tell a young nigga that listens to Baby or Little Baby, wherever Baby rappers with the drill music, you can't argue with them niggas. You can't listen. You can't argue with them niggas. Them niggas is wild. They gonna tell you, they say, fuck you, old head. I'm thinking about what I mean. I got my drink. I got my codeine crazy. Like what's his name? Future. That song Codeine Crazy. He was talking about Scissor. He had a song like that. I was listening to that shit. I was like, man, he talking about his damn self. And so I go codeine crazy. What does that tell you? It's over, bro. Like, that shit died, bro. Like, everybody's throwing the dollar. But salute to Kuda, you know, for this content. Shouts out to him. You know, no hate over here. I'm just saying, Kuda should know that. Niggas don't care nothing about you like that. Like, that game shit, I get it. That's your stick, and he believes in it. It's like his religion. He's a prophet. He believes it. I respect it. You believe it. You believe in this shit. And and let me tell you something. I don't blame him for who he is. Can I change the content creator's mind? Hell to the fucking... I don't care. The people I have problems with on here and off here, do I change who they are? Hell no. They're going to be who the fuck they is to the day they die. Same with me. And I learned to accept that when I turned in my 30s, even prior. But see, I always had this character. Now I'm seeing who I really am, and it's coming out. So I stand on the shit, and I just move on. You know, I don't worry about little niggas out here talking shit about me, because they're irrelevant. And if you ain't getting no views from it, you're wasting your time. See, all you're doing is making me stronger, getting views. That's one thing about YouTube. YouTube's ass backwards. They pick and choose who they want to promote. But it's a beautiful thing. At least I show my fucking face on this particular live stream. If I choose to do panel streams and show my face, it don't matter. No one cares, bro. Like, everybody does that. It's irrelevant. And the reason people don't show their face because they don't want to get, you know, on some weird shit. That's why I stopped doing it, because you got weirdos acting all fruit on here. I ain't got time for that. Because they're jealous because they can't do no content. And a lot of people say they ain't jealous. Yeah, they are, because they can't get numbers like me. I got actual content to talk about. They ain't got shit to talk about being a fuck boy on the internet sucking on Angry Man's dick. But, you know, the banana man, you know, this ugly ass self, nigga. A lot of fake niggas on the internet. And they the same ones go on Melly Monaco shit, thirsting after some pussy. Because most of them are fuck niggas. And they are. It's just what it is. Like, this competition, but that little hoe that's 23 is laughing at you niggas right now. But see, you giving her props on her little weak ass Instagram, and she might have 100,000 by the end of this month. It's a strong prediction with that little hoe that was on Melly's shit. She's a hoe. She's a pass around. Melly's trying to turn these hoes to dime pieces. And I know what Melly's do. She's a failed, successful person. She just can't produce. She's thirsty, though. She's the thirsty type hoe. And you got to watch Melly, because she'll lie on you. Because she don't know us like that. You know, she just want to talk shit. I just observe. I don't even participate in her shit like that no more, because you got all these weirdos in there. But I was there to observe. But I'll show you that screenshot of what I was talking about on this stream, because I'm gonna talk about this Thursday. I'm gonna go in. Yeah, niggas like Little TP, aka J Dub, Jerome Whiteside. Hell yeah, Little TP. Shots to Tasif for calling him Little TP, Little Talking Point. Yeah. All them niggas is hoes, bro. And they ain't gonna do shit. In person, they ain't gonna do shit because they bitches in real life. I've been saying it. I ain't trying to brag, but I'm saying you niggas is hoes, bro. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. I'd see it to believe it. Y'all cowards. Y'all hide behind other men. I don't do that. Real men don't do that. We go out here and do our thing and just move forward. You have a problem, something to address me. You got, if the ones that got my email, they know what it is. But, you know, I ain't gonna go in on them. I'm gonna leave them be. But the other niggas, hey, hit the link. If you have an issue, shoot the email. If you have an issue with what I'm saying, like, hey, do what you do, man. I ain't got time to argue with y'all ass about that dumb shit. Because you niggas ain't gonna do shit about it. Y'all just mad because I'm gonna be who I am, report the bullshits on YouTube, and it's what it is. That's why I do this type of content. Now, I do other content. I do the intellectual shit. No one cares about that because I don't get that many views, but I try my best, make it replay valuable. But every now and then, I don't do a lot of panels on those. I kind of stop. I did a few with the legendary, you know, Cerulean Gray, and it is what it is. And a few others, Nagone and all that. You know, I kind of stopped because everybody wasn't into it like that. But they hate that type of teaching. So, but shouts out to Cookie for that. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, everybody hates any type of teaching. I've been going on YouTube for years and years, and I've seen a lot of it has not changed. Like, even though they try to censor people and all that stuff. And I think I need to see the replay with me and Wacky talk about in Sunday Mass. I'm going to try to watch it today and see how I sounded. And to be honest with you, what we was talking about, he said Rumble's more like the Republican. In a way it is. And I said that on this very vlog stream. Like, I said this, and I told him, there's no options. I said, there's no options. That's why I did that stream called There's No Options Besides, you know, YouTube. He didn't say YouTube is no options. That's what I meant by that. And I was talking about Rumble and all these other sites. Engage Media is the worst. They sell your public information. It's in the Asian-like area. But you got to understand, this stuff that I'm talking about, you got to build your own website. And you got to compete with giants like Google and Microsoft all day long and to get your message out. And it's not easy, man. Like, it's hard to expand your shit. Now, can you do other things on YouTube? Yeah, just to fuck around and get some bread, but why would I want to do that? Now, if I did other content, it's easy. That's easy to get money. Just don't, you know, you can play by the rules, but you can see what you can get away with. Because YouTube is going to pick and choose what they're going to pick anyway. So we gotta be mindful that YouTube is built like that. But it's not just YouTube, it's Google's built like that. Google put their rules on this sorry website. That's why this website ain't going anywhere. See, Google controls the bullshit, what goes on. They lie a lot. And don't get me started. They said, and I said something on Kuda shit last year, and they said proof is controlled by the CIA. I said, well, it is. Tactics. Everybody sold out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad, but they got them involved. They got the feds, they got CIA on here. Like, come on, man. CIA controls Google all day long. That's why Google ain't going nowhere. It's gonna collapse in its ass real soon. They keep on. The CIA can die off, and you already got Homeland Security and private military companies. Look at Grand Theft Auto 5, for example. That game is based off what real life is, but it's corruption. It's not about guns and cars and all that goofy shit no, it's all about corruption. The whole story of their series is about corruption, same old shit. You find shit that's relatable to the story. You find clues, what it's talking about. It's about dominance in the day. You got to dominate somebody. And those protagonists are sociopaths. I've been getting back into the GTA series. They're sociopaths. Their jobs is to see how the world is. I've learned, except most people, you need some things like that in the environment. I think Grand Theft Auto exposes what you need in the environment. Like, example, GTA 5 told on itself. You got an occultist group like a cult group called Altruist Baby Boomer Cult, Cannibal Cult, right? Purifying the blood. And next thing you know, Trevor kills them all. If you play it, you already know that cutscene. But then that's his cult. The second one, the nigga, Franklin. I call him Frank Lloyd. That nigga right there, he had a church called Children of the Mountain. The Children of the Mountain, they harassed him with those fucking email and those notification shits. And they gave him a fucking t-shirt. Now, that shit's wild. Now, I'll tell you what's wild. Michael with the family. Now, Epsilon, I told you about when I did that little short stream, because I know people weren't interested in that. I was making fun of that and these so-called sables in these fake churches. I said to myself, the Epsilon program is based off Scientology, and they force you to pay. And then you got to wear robes for like 10 fucking days, and which is great. And then you got to walk 5 miles in those damn things. If that ain't a cult, I don't know what is. But that right there exposed what goes on in the world on the West Coast side of it. See, imagine they put in GTA 6 what you see in these hoes, like you see in the Pineapple Show. They gonna put her on TV. Watch. If Rockstar offer Melly a deal, are you gonna have this Pineapple Show? They'll put something and make fun of her, and they'll put her in the game. She gonna get rich. Watch. I ain't gonna say she gonna get rich, but I'm just saying it's a possibility. They look at content like this. They'll use that to draw people in. And you're gonna be like, wow, I didn't know she lived like, yeah. Rockstar's known to be controversial and throw shots at people. They gonna make fun of Trump. They gonna do it. They gonna give him a weird ass name, and they ain't gonna fuck with him. They're not pro-Trump. A lot of people say they pro. No. They're not pro-Trump. No, they're not. Rockstar stands on their own. They don't fuck with that dude. They're going to have that type of satire. They're going to stop talking about niggas and satire and everybody else that's what they will say deemed as so-called minorities. That's what they mean by punching down. See, they lying trying to say they're going to punch out. No, they're going to make fun of people. They're basically saying we got to stop talking bad about niggas and making fun of them and their stereotypes and all that stuff. They try to say it's the other way around, but no, they're going to stop making fun of niggas. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to have this plastic political correctness world, and it's non-existent. It's non-existent. They're going to make fun of people. They're going to throw some shots. They just don't want to admit it. It's subliminal, but they're going to make fun of it like they did in GTA 5. They said they're going to clean it up. They ain't going to clean it up. They need that money. Once you make $1 billion, you do what the fuck you want to do, and no one cares. If the gameplay and the guns matter and you don't care about the science behind what makes the story unique and lores and stuff, I've been seeing a lot of lore videos from these experts on Grand Theft Auto people, then the company doesn't care. All they care about is if you're entertained, dollars. The other shit is irrelevant. Dollars. That's all they care about. Just like these niggas in these relationships. And shouts out to Corey Holcomb for exposing two sides ain't gonna work. What I just saw last night, they're gonna put that in the video game. They're gonna put some shit like that in the video game. You're gonna see a lot of people are not married in this game too in GTA 6. I'm telling you, in 2024, if it comes out 2024 during the election, like I said last year, it's very political. I said the co-op panels, is this a thing? I think it's a thing, because if you want to get successful and make money, and you gotta have a female on your shit, because a male can't do it by himself. You gotta have a female co-host. That's inevitable for a male to, like, was it Regis and Kelly? Remember they used to be like that, and then Michael Strahan. They want something like that to compete with them or whoever. But I'm saying there's a lot of women talk show hosts versus male and female talk show hosts. That's the competition right now. There's not a single male. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You gotta have a good backing by a female elitist putting funds in the shit, because they rather hear women talk. Most dudes do. Versus a man. And that's just basically what it is. And I think Ash Nathaniel said that, and that's true, but he can be a little biased sometimes, but you ought to know that. But you got people that think like that. You got to understand, this world is different. It's not something that I'm saying. I'm telling you what's going on. Like, this shit, like what I saw last night is inevitable. You niggas failed, bro. Y'all all took the L's with this hoe, man. Like, you gave her the fake W's. And she's getting all the W's today because she cut y'all off. She just wants some dick. And I heard what she said. She's, I like that foreign dude. I like that German. And then that right there is a red flag. She don't want you American niggas. That lets you know right there. And there was a single, I don't tell you what she did. She pined up the Mexican looking Indian dude from Denver. And he was a single there. He had a son. And then Melly threw in a weird ass question, like she's a thirsty hoe that she is. She threw a monkey wrench in his way and sabotaged that shit. So that shit I didn't like. She sabotaged that shit. When she sabotaged that shit, I said, wow, that dude was in there. You know, he had interest in with a single mom with a kid, and they both had sons. Now right there, Melly fucked that up. But the bitch was too young and stupid. And they was too close to each other. It wasn't gonna work. So she did him a favor, but she's just a hoe. This is basically what I see. In all of that shit last night, she was just a hoe. She's a hoe. You know what I'm saying? She's a hoe. You can't expect people to be around a long time. Now, I think most people, they just like want to talk about hoes and pimps and players and shit. It's cool, you know, it's entertainment, it's fun, but that's a bygone age. Now, I mean, shouts out to Platinum. That's his thing. Like, he's entertaining to me. Platinum's just entertaining. I use his content for entertainment. Platinum's gonna be Platinum. You know, he does his thing. He minds his own business. He got 2 channels. He said, fuck it, I'm gonna do what Kuda does. So fuck it. He getting views. Platinum uses pictures that he gonna use. Platinum just plays it safe. If you want to talk like him and compete with him, yeah, you get the numbers that way. But he had to do it. That's his content. I ain't mad at him. He's doing his thing. He fights for his content. That's the only person that, if you want to talk like that, he's by his bread. A lot of people want to take his shit down. I highly doubt that. No, Platinum's good. It's just Kuda. On the other hand, he's traveling, living his life, you know, being a professional, and he's doing his thing. You gotta understand something. He out here. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because he's showing y'all how it's done. See, he's in the industry, he's in his media, and he's doing his content. Like, he's doing the bullshit, but he's doing it in a content form. He's getting paid for it. So he's doing what he's supposed to. I don't hate the guy for that. The dude's entertaining. Not gonna lie. I used to troll him back in the day in, was it 2021, when I was in MOT's chat and he was talking about us in there in 2020. I was roll hard for MOT because he be watching. He know who he was. And then 2021, when I finally met him, it was in March. Now, I always tell the story. At the time, I was trolling. I did say he was all styled and whatever. I think I forget what I said. I know he probably screenshot somewhere. He better show it to me. And I did. That was a moment. I got tired of this debate with him and Fantastic about these microphones. Like, who cares? If someone wants to use XLR, that's fine. I have no issue with that. With those professional mics, I had no issue with that. Fantastic was trying to push that Yeti shit. Now, I understand that's a YouTube thing. That's a popular USB mic. Historically, that particular microphone ruined YouTube. At the time, years ago, I'm talking about myself now coming back, and before coming back, I thought about getting one as a recording mic. And some told me don't get it years ago, and I didn't. So I told you my first one was that, similar to that, is a Quadcast. After that, I upgraded to XLRs, and I'm good. So it's pretty much the same thing. You know, and you see what it is. But my dog's barking. She's acting crazy. That's my mom's dog. You know, she's fucking with me right now. But it just goes to show you. I see this a lot, and it's just like I'm just like I'm acting wild. Like, you know, just talking about that debate. But ever since that microphone shit, like the arguments, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And at the time, I didn't care what MOT was throwing. You know, he was throwing that little debate. It was kind of stupid. And it made him look stupid at the end, because I didn't agree with everything he said, but my issue with him, why I called him through, so, you know, messing with his accent, Mississippi and that. And that's just what it was. And one thing I stopped fucking with him on is that conservatism shit. I said, dude, what's going on, man? He got on my nerves, like, on that shit. Like, dude, like, quit trying to be like this. And I get it, that's his thing. He got those subscribers, and there's a certain amount of animosity he has to. I get it, but there's a better way to talk to niggas. Just don't even talk to him. Like I told him, it ain't gonna help your content, bro. He got mad because I threw some shots and was joking with the nigga, and then he got emotional, and then there's that, and then I'm trolling his ass psychologically right now, and I don't care for him like that. He's like the rest of these niggas. He's hypocritical. I mean, that's y'all's boy. That's cool, but I don't fuck with that nigga. He's a fucking clown to me. Just like Fantastic, they're all clowns. They're the same, and that proves. Stop talking about the game, and you're not gonna win, bro. Like most people believe it, some people don't, and I respect that. We respect each other's bit. Just move on from that. Y'all ain't gonna win that argument, bro, because everybody's gonna be gun-holed into that philosophy. And I respect certain men's opinion. If you like to finesse women, just go and say y'all finesse, and just be honest with your subscribers. Stop lying to them. You're finessing to get to the pussy. Now, if you pay for the pussy, that's your business. I don't dick police over here. I tell y'all, if y'all like to do that shit, just be honest with them. Just tell the young people that's what you're doing, and if you want to show them how to do it, show them to it privately. Say, hey, this is what we do. You don't need no weak ass books from ARC and all that. They're fucking losers. Tell them what you do. That's why they asked you. They didn't just ask them niggas. They asked you, are you the professional that know how to do it? That's what they want to know. That's why these young boys be on y'all's panels like that, and they're looking for answers. So we can't lie to them. We can't lie to the younger. They finesse. Be honest with them, and then move on. And they'll take it from there. They'll be like, well, damn, this nigga's right. Let me experiment. And they'll experiment, and they'll respect you for it. That's how you save the young generation. You want to save the young generation? Tell them the truth by finessing to get to the ass. People do it all the time. They do it on the internet. They do it all the time. Because you got weak women that will participate. But you got some women that ain't weak. I won't even call them weak. I call them weak females. Rephrase it. They're weak women, but equals to females. But that's a whole nother topic on that. But I'm saying most women should not go for that. But you got a lot of weak so-called women, I call them weak females or females, go for that shit. So yeah, you just getting some ass. Like, man, gotta admit that. Y'all just want the pussy in it today. Dude, you got females that want the women with the dick, and that's just what it is. It is. And it is. But that's just what it is. And that's just how I'm looking at it for so many words. So, and that's what they was trying to do. They try to finesse all day, but you got dudes that lie a lot, and that's the problem. But one thing I can say about it, when people try to finesse and do their thing, like, just stop lying. She's like a Chihuahua and a Yorkie mix. She's got that little arrogance about her. But she loves food. She'll fight you over that damn food. But she went back in the house, so it's pretty much good here. But like I said, man, like, I'm telling you, like, these young men, yeah. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. But I'm not tripping off these niggas, like, on the internet, man, like, arguing about that shit all the time, because y'all niggas is losers, man. Like, y'all ain't going outside. And I think Nolo TV, I always, I know y'all call him Solo TV. I call him Nolo TV. He's a clown too. But at least he said something that I kind of agree with. Y'all don't go outside and check. And I don't agree with him getting bitches. I don't know about that. He's a whole clown too to me. But you niggas don't go outside, bro. And it's like what it is. He said, by the way, lying is integral to the finesse they're doing, isn't it? Yeah. Finessing is what it is. When you finesse to get some ass, that's game. A lot of people try to say that's not game, and Kuda got offended when I said this last year, and I said, no, it's game. That's the actual game, because if you actually want to get actually it died after 9/11. I agree with Ask Nathaniel on this. That's true. But finessing to get ass, or a certain technique that men do, they finesse to get it. I stand on that. I was standing on that last year on his shit, on the third shift, and I still stand on it. I just don't talk about it as much because I let him talk his shit. He's entertained. This is his content, and I let the host do his content. He does everything. I do pre-records every now and then. I'll drop there and there and sprinkle a little knowledge. But when it comes to talking like that, his experience, I respect it, but no one cares, man. Like, at the end of the day, they're going to trash you on it. You just going to have to get used to it. I think he has to understand that shit's a bygone age. Like, I remember the time when I was on YouTube, people was talking like that. That was a thing back in 2007 and prior. That was a thing. Because they was trying to relive the days before 9/11. That's what it was. That shit's dead, man. They call that bait and switch. Yeah, it's always like that. But, but women don't even do it like that. They finesse you because y'all weak for the pussy. They don't have to do much. Even if they bait and switch, they don't even have to do much. Oh, you know what they do? They tell you that y'all ain't shit. But the finessing part, it's an upheaval. So it's pretty much what I've seen in so many years. I think they've done a great job of doing it. And that's why me and Wacky was saying last Sunday, yeah, they won. They got the game on Solar. And I said this last year on every Sunday Madness. I said, one of the Sunday Madness, I think one of the numbers in the additions, I said, they've already won the game. And I think it was around this time in the summer. I don't think it was like a Sunday Madness before I created it. We were saying they already won. Them niggas still talking about that. And that's why I don't say nothing no more about the game shit. A lot of people say, are you anti-game? No, I don't care for it. I was pro-game years ago. I'm kind of anti now because you got a lot of fake motherfuckers in it. It's always been fake motherfuckers. You always had, just like the gang shit. That shit's dead, bro. Y'all live in a bygone age. It's bygone for real. That shit died a long time ago. I'm going to talk about that on one of these vlog streams. People still love bygone age theories, and they're bullshit. I'm going to start saying that because people are tired, bro. People are tired of that shit. It's bygone. That shit's dead. When it's a bygone age, it's a bygone age. Like, let that shit go. Let that shit go. Like, that shit died a long time ago, man. Like, I'm not going to stay out here too long, but, I'm just saying, like, it's 48 minutes in a live stream, for 48 minutes. And I usually do 50 in an hour. But, next time I will do an hour because I got time. Because Friday's one of them days is, but this is Tuesday, you can get this Tuesday stream. Tomorrow, we're going to do some political content. Thursday, I'm going to talk about some shit about them hoes and everything else and them niggas at the LBM Coliseum, what I saw. And we're going to stay on that topic. We're going to talk one time with Melly, and that's it. And I'm just disgusted. We're going to talk about it for some minutes, but the rest of the minutes going to be them dudes. So, again, appreciate to everybody that came through. Shouts out to Sig, Tampa, Leonard, Degenerate. So, I'm signing off, man. Y'all have a blessed day. May your Most High bless. Y'all bless. And I'm out. Shalom. Peace.